Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today's topic is toxic mothers. Toxic mothers can do a lot of damage. Okay, before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. And welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I appreciate you so very, very much. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them on the air or through the email, and that will be your choice. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are now available in my online store. Just go to the description all the way to the bottom and you'll see a link that says online store. Just click on that link and there you are. Okay, all right, let's jump into this message today. Toxic mothers. All right. How do you know if your mother is toxic? Does she make you miserable? Is she always blaming you for something that you didn't do? Is she verbally abusive to you? Is she physically abusive to you? If she is, she's toxic. And there are reasons why, your mother may be toxic. She's angry about something that has not been resolved in her life. And that's why she's so angry. And she puts out this toxicity. Now, we did get some letters today that prompted this discussion. So we're going to dive into the letters and we're going to talk more about this subject of toxic mothers. Our first letter is titled Meddling Mom. Okay. My ex and I just got back together and we're about to get married. All of a sudden, he started acting weird. I kept asking, was everything okay? And he said all was good. After about a week, I got concerned and I went through his phone. It was a message from an ex who his mother was still friends with, asking for money. Okay, so your boyfriend's mother is still friends with his ex. Okay, and she's contacting the mother asking for money. Okay. He and I had issues with the woman before, and we got back together, and his mother knew this. I asked him about it, and he said she had fallen on hard times and needed a place to stay, and asked his parents to move in with them. So it looks like his ex was pretty chummy and close with his parents. Okay. I was taken back and he told me that he didn't tell me because I'd overreact and that his mother was supposed to tell me. I ended up talking to her. Come to find out, they were trying to secretly move her in a family member's vacant home. But they told her no, because of respect for him and I. Oh, okay. So they were going to move her into the family vacant home, but they told her no, she couldn't do it out of respect for him and you. Okay. She knew we had issues with her and still let her move into their house. I really felt like his mother did not care for me and told her this. I totally looked at his parents different, and he knew this. But we still got married. Okay, okay. Let's stop here for a minute. All right, you knew that his ex-girlfriend was close to his parents. You knew that. And you knew that his mother liked the ex-girlfriend, or she never would have agreed for the girl to move into her home. Okay. All right, so you knew all of this going into the situation, and still you married him. Okay. Once the woman found out, she was emotional per his mother and tried to sneak and move out of their home, and even started dating someone else while living with them. Okay, because I assumed that the ex-girlfriend thought that this was a way to get back with her ex-boyfriend by going through the parents. But when she found out that he had married you, well, then she started dating other people, but still she didn't have a place to live. She's still living with his parents. Okay, it's getting real messy here. He told me how insecure I was and totally ignored how I felt. I was so lonely. 3 months in, I attempted suicide. He was not at all responsive to this. Okay, why did you do that? I don't get it. I told her when I first found out that the plan was for her to move in and get back with him. She swore that wasn't the case, but it was. I don't care what she said, it was the case. She told me how insecure I was and totally ignored how I felt. He was not at all responsive to this. Okay, why did you attempt suicide? Was that just to get the attention of your husband and your your in-laws? Is that what that was? A desperate attempt to get their sympathy or empathy about this girl, about you? We all know how you are and overreact, and I side with what is logical. This is what your husband said to you. We continue to have nothing but issues with his meddling mother and other things. I finally had to leave his and I 30,000 square foot historical home. I didn't want to leave, but I had to save myself. What do you think? Let's look at this situation closely. All right. Number one, you knew that his parents liked, maybe preferred his other girlfriend to you. Okay, because they allowed her to move into their home when she didn't have a place to stay. Okay, you knew this going into this situation. You already knew it. You understand? So you can't say meddling mom because you already knew that she was close to the ex. You see? And she's not meddling in your business by helping his ex. She may really like her. And she cares for her. And she has the right to do whatever she feels she wants to do in her own home. You see? But you knew this going in, so you accepted it, and now you want to complain about it. I don't see what advice I can give you on that. Because this is something that you accepted yourself. You did it. You see? You knew she was like this when you married him. Now, you left your home. First you tried suicide. You tried attempted suicide to get these people on your side, to see things your way. It didn't work. It didn't work. Apparently, they're used to your antics. These are things that you do when you don't get your way. They're used to it now. Don't pay any attention to it. You understand? And now, as your last resort, you've moved out of your home for what? What? To teach them a lesson? Listen, I think you better be careful about what you're doing, because you keep playing these antics and he'll move his ex-girlfriend into your home. You understand? You're not hurting them, from what I see in the letter. You're not hurting them at all. And they are not paying any attention to you. You're only hurting yourself. You knew this situation going in. They did not trick you into this. You understand? From your letter, the parents already moved the girlfriend into their home before you even married the guy. I guess you rushed and married him, think that will solidify things. And it didn't. And it won't. Now you've tried suicide. And now you've left your home. Okay. All right. Now let's look for you and your better good. Okay? Let's look to you so that you can be happy. All right. Now, if you left your home, I hope you did it for your better good and not just to get back at them, because that's not getting back at them, for you to leave the comfort of your home because you're angry. Okay? Because they didn't comply to your wishes, and you think that they are disrespecting you with this ex-girlfriend. Let me tell you, you need to be wise when it comes to this situation, because the way you're going, you could end up being the loser in this. You need to go back to your home, and focus on your own happiness. Don't worry about what his parents are doing with this other woman. You can't do anything about that. That's his parents to stay home. If they want to embrace his ex-girlfriend, hey, that's on them. And you need to concentrate on your own life, your own happiness. But quit doing these things to yourself. You're only harming yourself, thinking that it's going to get their attention. They don't care. They don't care. They already view you as a drama queen. So they just ignore you. You're only hurting yourself. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You accepted this situation, and now you got to deal with it. You understand? And leaving your home and threatening to kill yourself and things like that is not going to help. It's only hurting you. I hope that you start on your spiritual path and heal from this, and focus on your own joy and your own happiness, and quit looking at other people to do things to make you happy. Your happiness should come inside of you. And if you are truly happy, you won't care what they're doing. So what? You know, if it bothers you that the ex-girlfriend lives with his parents, don't go over there. Then you won't see her. You understand? There are ways that you can overcome it, but you are the one that accepted this situation going in. Okay? It's nothing that you can do about them. You can't change them. But you can change the way that you are handling this situation. I hope that my advice helps you. It's on you. You change the way that you look at it. You understand? But all of these threats, and I look at them like threats, the suicide and leaving the home, they're threats. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. They've already labeled you as a drama queen, and that's it. Okay? I hope you understand, and I hope that you start loving yourself and caring for yourself and doing things that are good for you. Okay? All right. I hope that helps you. All right. Let's look at another letter here. Okay. Okay. Here is another young lady. A young lady. I am a person that gave too much of myself to my mother, believing that was my responsibility as a daughter of a strong woman, only to be betrayed by her in her final estate. Oh, okay. She chose to give 50% of the siblings' inheritance to her homosexual grandson, one of the 3 siblings' sons, benefiting one sibling twice. The things she gave him were all paid for by my narcissistic father, who pulled every trick in the book against her, and she stayed and pretended to like it. Well, not that she had, it was something that she chose, and she realized that she had to deal with it if she wanted to keep the family together. Okay. And you seem to be upset because maybe she didn't leave you anything, or maybe she left most of it to this grandson. And apparently she cared a lot about the grandson, and she felt like the money would really benefit him. Okay, so she left him 50% of the holdings. Nevertheless, she took all of her frustration out on me and my second senior female sibling sister. The 2 of us were the only ones of the 6 children that helped her with her medical problems and blind love for my father, who cared nothing for anyone. Okay, well, the father was a narcissist, and yeah, he didn't care, and he really didn't care for anyone, because narcissists don't love themselves. So they really don't love anyone. Okay, and you didn't say in the letter if the father was, I suppose he was abusive in some way in the family if he was a narcissist. Okay? But you talk about your mother here and not really your father. I guess you're upset with your mother because she was the one that took all of her frustrations out on you and your sister, but she didn't leave you anything. Okay? I want to encourage Black women to get mental health counseling and embrace spiritual healing to recover from the abuse of our often mentally ill men. Well, I'm going to tell you, narcissism is a spiritual thing. It's not a mental illness. It's a demonic illness. Okay? So, it's spiritual healing, really, that they need. The narcissist needs the spiritual healing if it can help him. But also, anyone who has suffered from narcissistic abuse also needs the spiritual healing. Okay? Because if you were raised by a narcissist, you really did suffer the abuse from it. Okay? And who's to say maybe your mother was a narcissist too? You understand? Maybe that's why she took it out on you and your sister. Who's to say? Okay. I looked at a home for sale, and there were 113 registered sex offenders, rapists, and child violators within 10 miles of the home that you were interested in. And 85% of them were black men. Well, yeah. Yeah. But, what do you want to say about that? You say, come on, black men, really? Is this living your best life? When did black men become beasts? Listen, black men have been looking at like beasts since slavery. Since slavery. The slave owners made the black man a beast. He treated him like a beast. You understand? And slavery wasn't that long ago. And neither was Jim Crow. The black man has always been looked at like a beast. Okay? So, he's got that beast treatment. Now, let me say something about black men and the sex offenders and the rapists and all of that. Okay? I don't know where you went to buy this house at. Maybe you went to the wrong neighborhood to buy your house. Maybe that's why, all of those sex offenders were around or whatever. I don't know if it's that rampant or if it was just that you chose the wrong neighborhood to look to buy a house in. Okay? But yeah, black men have their issues, and yeah, it came from slavery. Okay? And the treatment after that is still continuing in society against the black man. Okay. But now we're talking about your mother. Your mother. Now, I was raised in a house with a narcissist. My father was the narcissist. And my mother was frustrated by that. And she handled the children rough because of her frustration and anger with the narcissist. Yeah, I can understand that. How mothers can be angry and frustrated. And anything kids do, when they feel that anger against, their husbands, they'll take it out on the children. Yeah, because the children are there. You understand? So I understand why your mother took her frustrations out on you. You see? And you didn't say that she was a narcissist, but we'll just leave it that she was a victim of narcissistic abuse. And that's why she took it out on you. Okay? But you are angry from your letter. It seems that you are more angry because of this inheritance. Now, understand that people have the right, your parents have the right to leave their possessions to whomever they decide to. Okay? That's just the way it is. They can leave it to whoever. And many times siblings are upset about it. You understand? But, you have to get over that. Get over that. Work on your own empire so you can leave that to whoever you want to leave it to. Don't worry about what your mother left and to who she left it to. It's just things. You understand? It's just tangible things. So what? So what? In the scheme of things, it doesn't mean anything. What means something is love and happiness. And that's what you ought to be concentrating on. Not concentrating on what your mother did and why she did it. Okay? Concentrate on yourself, on your own well-being, on your own happiness. You see, mothers do the best they can. They can only give you what they have inside by the way that they were raised. You can go all the way back to how your mother was raised. Was her father around? Was he a loving father? Was her mother there? Was she a loving mother? You see? If not, then she's a product of her environment. She can only give you what she has inside, what has been given to her to give to you. Do you understand? Now, for you, if you did not agree with the treatment that you deserved, you can change it. You can change it by not treating your children the way that you were treated. You want to treat them better so that they will grow up to be better people. There's no sense in you cursing what has happened to you growing up. There's no sense in that. There's no sense. There's no joy in that. Let it go. You see, when I was growing up, I didn't have a happy childhood at all. Not at all. My father was a narcissist. I was looking for love my whole life because of it. You understand? But when I finally realized that happiness comes from within, I was able to forgive all that happened to me growing up or whatever. And then I started to focus on my own happiness. My own happiness. And through healing, you'll be able to forgive those things that made you unhappy in your past. You'll be able to forgive it because you can understand that people are products of their own environment, and they can only give you what was given to them unless they've healed and know better. You understand? Joy and happiness is through your healing. And that's what I promote, and that's what I tell you. Go deep into yourself. Start your meditations and your affirmations and your spiritual growth. And you won't worry about these toxic mothers. They are who they are. They may not ever change. Some may. And some may not. But you don't have to accept it. You're grown now. You can live your own life and be happy. But you need to set yourself on the right path toward happiness, or you will repeat whatever your mother did to you. You'll do it to your children. It's a pattern. It's learned behavior. But through healing, you can let that go. And the divine will put you on a path, a better way, better understanding. Because when we know better, we do better. Ladies, I hope that you understand this message today. Toxic mothers are only products of their environment. But you don't need to be. You don't have to be. Now you know better. Heal. Start your spiritual awakening so that you don't repeat those toxic patterns with your children. Okay. I hope that you understand this message today, and I really hope it helps. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. And keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question through the email, just put it at the very top of the letter. And this way it won't be overlooked. Okay? I wish you all well. I wish you all happiness. And I thank you for submitting your letters. I thank you for your comments. And I thank you for your donations. I really appreciate all of you. I thank you for watching this video and supporting this channel. And I hope to see you next time.